Well, with this here, this should just about be the end of this build. I got a lot of it done in the first two videos. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to need some touch-ups and some just finalizing and maybe some fine-tuning. But before we get to all that, as always, I would like to welcome you and thank you for joining me. I hope you have an awesome day, or you're going to have an awesome day. Maybe this will help you along having a good one. I'm hoping. I'm always hoping for something. And it's always good stuff, too. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Hope can make the world go round and round and round. And then when you lose your hope, it stops. Or so it seems. And then you get hopeful again, and then it's all, woo, cheery. But anyway. Man, did I ever take a break. But anyway, back to all the goodness. So as always, if you do like what you're seeing, feel free to fuel up my little channel with the likes. All the awesomeness you guys can bring, like the support, all the comments, the feedback, the suggestions, it all does help. It is all really, truly appreciated. And it's some of the best learning tools that I've ever come across. You guys and your information and your insights and your input, it does make a big difference. And I hope it's noticeable on my channel so far. If you've been a subscriber of mine long enough, you've seen these videos getting better. Hopefully maybe it's not just the videos getting better. I was always kind of camera shy and not very good at public speaking. But since I'm not actually in front of the crowd, I don't seem to do too bad. Maybe that's the ticket. But then, there's always those other ways of supporting the little channel here and fueling up the tank. Things such as the Saturday Showcase, where your cool and original text could have a video made for them. And all you need to do so is to find my Saturday Showcase auditions link down in the description underneath this video. And follow her over to the Terra Tech forum. Post your in-game snapshots or save game, or both. Any instructions that are needed if you got a complicated build you want shown. And I'll take it from there when I find it, because it'll let me know when it's there. And then I'll make the best dang video out of it I can. And you know what? I think we'll have a great time sharing our ideas, inspiring others, and just all around having some Terra Tech fun. Because I know I've had a lot of fun making the ones I have so far for others. And they seem to be having fun with them. They seem to enjoy the videos. So I think it's a worthwhile little endeavor. But like I was saying, this video here is mainly going to be about just tidying this up a little bit, making it look presentable. And who knows, maybe we'll change a few things. It's hard to say. I work just by ear, basically. I don't plan nothing out too much. I just let the creative juices flow. And that's what fueling the tank does. Keeps them creative juices flowing. So yeah, I got a little oddity over here. That wouldn't have helped out. Would have been all unbalanced as heck on that side. Get a few more weapons in there, because anytime you have a spot like that, the little suckers could drive in. You know they're gonna. There'll be that little tiny sucker, you'll get in there and be like, pick, 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 pick. Be like you stabbing your 8 in a beehole. And it ain't cool when that happens. Especially when he's picking with a laser. Or a machine gun. You ever had that happen to the back end of you? I frickin' hope not. I don't think it'd be the same if it did. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to defend against that. So yeah, I got something stuck under there, I think. Doesn't handle too bad. Its steering is a lot slower than I was really hoping for, but the firepower makes up for it. Look at that, just devastated him. I better charge up a little bit here before I really try anything too exciting. Even a failed attempt at flight could crash me and destroy the whole thing, so I gotta really be careful. And I almost forgot to match this side up. Now, this is one of the hardest parts, I find, is just matching one side to the other. Now, I know there's been talk of a mirror building functionality or something being added to this game. I know it's suggested. It's not talked about completely by the devs. They've heard the suggestion. If I remember right, they like the idea. But they never said it's coming in. And they've never really alluded to how hard it would be. I got a feeling it would be a tricky one to build. Because you would have to have something that is symmetrical before the mirroring could really work right. Or easily. But for now, this is how I do it. Back and forth. Back and forth. Yep, like there, and a couple there. And I think that's about right. Get one there, and like that, and like so. Yeah. I'd call that close enough for me. Kind of get everything balanced out here a little. Oh, that's what's missing. 2 of them. Uh-huh. See, it's a lot better when the video's sped up, because then I find my mistakes quicker. Or, you find my mistakes quicker. Still takes me the same time. Okay, this isn't as advantageous as I thought. It speeds up my hindsight. It's now like 20/40 or 40/20, however that goes. I don't know. I'm not an eye doctor. I'm just a technologist. Yeah, we'll get a couple more wings put on this thing. We'll see if we can get it more aerial. That's a Little Mermaid. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I got watching cartoons the other day. You know, they got a new Little Mermaid movie out, but it ain't a cartoon. My kids were very disappointed in that one. We didn't watch it. They seen it wasn't a cartoon. They're like, fake. I'm like, okay, I believe you. They watch cartoons. So I figure we'll give it a little bit of light. Now we got some missiles and some firepower all around the front here. A little bit on the back as well. I think this is probably getting real close to being and looking for a battle test. And not just some little punk that jumps me, sneaks attacks me like the other time, trying to build. That's a downside for doing this in the campaign, I guess. It's not really a downside, though. I honestly like this better because it keeps you on your toes. And it also gives you good practice on dealing with an attack that is a surprise instead of always being, I'm completely built, I'm going to go run over towards that red dot on my radar and I'm going to blow the snot out of it. Wonderful. That works good. But what happens when you get surprise attack and you get all flustered and don't know what to do? Oh, might be an issue then. The worst is, though, when you're not in the tech you want to use to fight, and you got blocks in hand, you got things tore apart, and it's like, what do I do? Drop everything, jump in the big battle tech, blow the snot out of them, and then figure out what the heck you left that you were doing. Sometimes it's a challenge. Yeah, this one, it's almost reminded me of that hooded nightmare I made not too long ago. If it didn't have the side paw-looking things. And it's kind of looking like those are feet at the front now. Or hands. It's like a crawling something. The skews would be like where the shoulders would be, and the middle's the head. I don't know. It's changing. It's a transformer, and it doesn't even move. The parts won't reorganize themselves or nothing, but it's changing right before my eyes. And I got a feeling I'm going to need as much lift as I can with this thing, so I'm going to just cram as many wings in here as I can. I was thinking of maybe building it a little thicker so I could get some more fans in there, but I don't really want to add a ton of that. I want to try and keep it low profile. Because if you really think of it, this tech is actually way taller than it's supposed to be. Like, as far as the hitbox would be concerned, because it is on an angle, the hitbox would actually start from the bottom of the front and end at the top of the back when it was parallel to the ground, or in the hover beam, or the build beam. So this is actually a fair-sized tech, even though it doesn't look as big as it really would count as far as its hitbox size. It's kind of weird. I don't know. That's probably not the best way to describe that, but it's kind of weird. So here, let's try this. Get altimeter. We got our speedometer. And we have our radar. So there's our 3 important functions. Get some battery readout here. It would be nice to get that fuel and battery block finished for our levels. So we could have the little pop-ups down below, like our miles an hour and our elevation. They've been sitting there for a long time. Just looking pretty, but not functional. So many of those blocks that have been, well, there's not a lot, but there's enough that have been sitting around for a long time that don't seem to be getting too much attention. And it really seems like a couple of them, I'd like to see them finished. Like the battery readout, the fuel readout, the resource radar, the dynamo generator. That's the biggest one I would like to see. I hear that, or I'm pretty sure that one's slated to go to Venture Core, which makes sense. It creates power by going fast. That screams Venture to me. So there, we'll get a couple more bubbles added into this thing just to hopefully better protect myself. Oh, yeah, I put it in the wrong spot, didn't I? Yeah, this is the better spot. Alright, there. We'll do that. There. And need one more, like that, and like that. There. That should kind of protect it a little bit better. Who knows? It could still get blown up. Nothing is safe in Terra Tech. No matter how big and bad of a builder you think you are, you could always be blown up at some point. Bad timing is all it takes. I've had monsters get taken out just because I got an invader that spawned in after a lot of battling, and I didn't have time to recharge my batteries. He got in and around me, hit my sweet spot, and it turned out to be bittersweet. It took me out. So, and my tech was bigger than this one. Way more guns. No missiles, but way more guns. Wow. So far, that's what I thought. It sucks at hills. Oh, that's awesome. I love when it does that. It just kissing, it likes licking rocks. Getting stuck. What kind of horse pucky is that? Get over it. There, we'll just smash through it. Okay, that's enough of this crap. Oh, what? Getting stuck? Oh. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to need some more treads along that arm. It was my sticky spot. I knew it was coming. I was just hoping maybe I could force my way through it. But would you look at this? It does fly. The frickin' thing will fly. You need a ramp to get into the air, and it only flies really while the rockets are running. But it's a good little escape tactic. So I guess maybe this tech isn't a complete failure after all. We'll say it's a 3/4 success because it gets stuck a lot. And I mean a lot. But that could be fixed. A few more treads in the right spots wouldn't be a problem. I'm not sure if I'm really going to worry about it because I want to get back to my useless machine. I took my little creative break and I made this and I thought up my next idea for that. And it's coming along all right. I took it back to version 0733, where the resource field is the old way, and I wasn't getting as many crashes. But now they got a new update of 0.7.3.9, I'm pretty sure it was. It just came out today. So there's a couple more bug fixes, I guess, so I might try that one out and see how it handles my useless machine. Because I'd rather do that in the newer updates where resources have no physics, but then I can't knock them off the conveyors, so that screws up my build. So I gotta play it old, but who knows? That'll be coming eventually. So right around here, I'm going to call this one at an end because the clock is telling me to do so. So as always, I do want to thank you for joining me and remind you that all your support is always truly appreciated. And I do thank you. You guys have been an amazing help in the progression of my little channel. And you know, if you do like what you're seeing, please fuel up the little channel that you're now watching, which happens to be made by a Reaper. And to do that, all you have to do is likes, comments, subscriptions, dinging of the bell, all that awesome stuff you guys can only bring. That's what fuels up the little channel. Or the Saturday Showcase. Once again, your cool and original techs, they help fuel my little channel. And if you want, there's always that PayPal.me link down there in the description, where you can join the Donation Appreciation Program and potentially become the new owner of a 3D printed tech. If everything works out right, it could even be a metal one. The starting draw prize is at $40, but the more donations, the more support you guys give, the bigger that will get. So until next time, everybody, keep being the awesome and keep having a good one. Bye.